Goddess of wealth. Who's that, Kit? Well, there's only one way to do this kind of story properly. Properly? What do you mean, Kit? The goddess of wealth is jailed for 11 years for $7.2 billion in Bitcoin fraud case with over 100,000 victims. Goodness gracious, Cretaceous. What the hell happened? I mean, I don't know, because right now Bitcoin has been going down under. It's under 100K right now. Now, again, for all those who are involved in e-currency, I will always say this right now. Please double check and triple check before you get involved. And just remember, everything has a beginning, middle, and end. And there's been a lot of talk about cryptocurrency, and well, there seems to be a little bit of fear in the foundation. So a Chinese woman nicknamed from China, Xi Jinping, what's going on in China, goddess of wealth, has been sentenced to nearly 12 years in prison after orchestrating one of the largest Bitcoin frauds in history, stealing billions, that's billions with a B, from investors and laundering the money through the United Kingdom, aka its true Roman name, Britannia. The 47-year-old Azim Kwan ran a massive Ponzi scheme in China, so she's like a Bernie Madoff, between 2014 and 2017 that promised investors returns up to 300%. Her company, Latian Guri, or Blue Sky Greet in English, claimed to use investor funds to mine cryptocurrency and develop high-tech products. In reality, police say it was a front for one of the biggest financial scams ever uncovered. Stuttered there. Uncovered. The scheme defrauded more than 128,000 victims, pulling in an estimated $7.2 billion before collapsing. Much of that money was converted into Bitcoin and moved overseas. So we actually have video. We actually have video of when the crypto queen, my crypto queen, we got to bust her out of jail, boys, of being jailed.
Police!
Police!
Where you are?
The end of a 5-year manhunt in Britain's biggest ever Bitcoin bust. In bed, the criminal crypto queen who called herself the goddess of wealth.
Do you speak English?
47-year-old Zimin Shia.
Don't you hate that? Like you're in the middle of bed and somebody asks you a question, like, what's going on?
The end of a 5-year manhunt in Britain's biggest ever Bitcoin bust. In bed, the criminal crypto queen who called herself the goddess of wealth.
Do you speak English?
47-year-old Zimin Xian was arrested in York last April.
Okay.
She and her accomplice, Seng Hock Ling, were sentenced at Southwark Crown Court today to 11 years and 8 months and 4 years and 11 months, respectively, for dealing in criminal property.
Today, I think...
My God. So hey, here's the thing. Remember, beware of those who say, oh, I'll double and triple your money. I'll make it look great for you. I don't think so, homie.
Largely draws to a close. One of the longest running and most complex economic crime investigations that we've ever undertaken within the Metropolitan Police.
This is how Xian made her money, masterminding a Ponzi scheme, offering up to 300% returns for investors in her Britain Nice Life insurance. But it was a fraud, Xian stealing billions from 128,000 victims across China.
You know Xi Jinping's going to want her extradited.
Between 2014 and 2017. She fled to the UK, using her ill-gotten gains to fund lavish clothes. And
how not to make yourself look like a criminal in 3, 2, 1. Oh, hey, big old broad display. Listen. If you're doing illegal activities, you don't make yourself look like a peacock. You make yourself look like a pigeon. Make sure nobody knows what you're doing.
Entourage of staff, luxury homes, and international travel.
Madam, appreciate you're in bed. I've just got to record down your name.
It's like, what? I don't know who you are.
He's raided her home in Hampstead Heath in 2018, but she wasn't arrested and she went on the run again. Police subsequently discovering billions of pounds of cryptocurrency on her seized laptops.
We've seized 61,000 Bitcoin, which is currently worth around £5 billion alongside around over £200 million of other non-crypto assets. I think probably lots of people were questioning whether the kind of like decimal point was in the right place and the number of zeros that went on the back of kind of like what.
By the way, I'm looking at the jokes. Mastermind Hour, bad cookies. Get up. Before you do, hit the like button and comment, and then go to the White House counselor's office. Tell her what. Tell her those jokes you've been saying. Shame on you both. Shame.
61,000 Bitcoin, which is currently worth around £5 billion alongside around over £200 million of other non-crypto assets. I think probably lots of people were questioning whether the kind of like decimal point was in the right place and the number of zeros that went on the back of kind of like what the value was at that point in time.
As Xi'an starts her sentence, there's now a court battle over her seized stolen Bitcoin and how much of the money should be returned to those Chinese victims, many of whom lost their life savings.
She's like, man, bro, this is so crazy. I'm being arrested for all this. So she did flee China. These are horrible mugshots, by the way. And I don't think her... Listen. I'm just going to say something very brave, but extremely controversial here. I don't think the Goddess of Wealth is going to make it on mugshot shorties, okay? I don't think she's going to make it. But then again, you never know. By the way, the comment section for a lot of those videos, Your Honor, just free her. Your Honor, she was just messing around. Your Honor, I would more than happy let her run her over, or let her hit me with a car. Girls just want to have fun. Well, this lady here was doing a lot of stealing, thievery. After fleeing China, Quan settled in a mansion in Hampstead, North London, aka Londonium, your true Roman name, under a false identity. Following years on the run, she was finally caught in 2024, Year of the Dragon, after extensive investigation by the Metropolitan Police. When officers raided her London property, they found hard drives loaded with 61,000 Bitcoin, worth over $5 billion in British pounds, 6.6 billion USA, the largest cryptocurrency seizure in Britannian history. Quan's accomplice, Hung Seng Ling, a 47-year-old Malaysian national, also pleaded guilty to money laundering and was sentenced to nearly 5 years behind bars. Okay, 5 years behind bars. I mean, I guess fine, whatever. But nonetheless, this is one of the largest money laundering cases in UK history and among the highest value cryptocurrency cases globally, said Will Lane, head of Met Economic and Cybercrime Command. Through meticulous investigation and unprecedented cooperation with Chinese law enforcement, we were able to prove the criminal origins of these crypto assets. At London's Southwark Crown Court, Judge Sally Ann Hayes told Quan her crimes were highly sophisticated and motivated purely by pure greed. Quan, who appeared emotional in court, pleaded guilty in September to possessing and transferring criminal property. She was sentenced to 11 years and 8 months. Let this be a lesson, okay? Cryptocurrency is something you just don't want to get involved in, okay? And while I am having the joke of Kitcoin behind me, just remember there's been a lot of instability in this market where you have influencers, YouTube celebrities themselves, all pandering and trying to get people to be on board with these get-rich-quick schemes. And while Bitcoin is the exception, I mean, everything has an end. Everyone's jumping on board to Bitcoin. But even that, one must wonder the stability of all of this. A lot of thievery, a lot of questionable actions, and an unforeseeable future that could happen. Remember, things are only as valuable as they are, okay? Things are only valuable as they are as long as people believe that they are valuable. When the interest or the trust or the confidence in said cryptocurrency as a whole, that's including Bitcoin, goes away, I mean, it's going to impact a lot of people. A lot of people have put their trust in Bitcoin. A lot of people have put their trust in a lot of cryptocurrency or trusting the faces and names of people that are involved in it. It's not the first time there's been a craze for an object or entity in which people thought it was valuable and then collapses. Won't be the last. But I've seen many reports talking about just overall how people are being scammed, how people are being rug pulled. There's a hope that maybe you get in, but the time they've gotten into Bitcoin was way early on. Way early on. But even then, it's closed off now. And everyone's trying to replicate it. Everyone's trying to get rich. And I do hope that the victims are able to at least get back some of their money, some of their life savings. What a nightmare to go through. I wish that on nobody. But the goddess of wealth is now the goddess of prison. 11 years behind bars. Something tells me that China's going to be knocking on the door to the UK and saying, hey, send her over here. Extradite her here. Will that happen, though? That's the big question. And Eric Munn says nothing new under the sun.